with Reputation. www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. That's 800-401-6681.
A big money award and a battle between a homeowner and a country club.
It was a dream home that became a nightmare. A family won nearly $5 million in a lawsuit against a Kingston, Massachusetts country club. Their $750,000 home right along the golf course's 15th hole, bought in 2017, was continually pummeled by golf balls. They ended up in the kiddie pool and smashed windows, so many that the family stopped replacing them with glass. The Boston Globe says they even considered putting up a net but couldn't get one high enough. Saying it will appeal, the Indian Pond Club wants a higher court to take a swing at it. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
The oldest verified person in the world has died at a hospital in Japan. Kane Tanaka was 119 and held that title for more than 3 years. Taking up the mantle now, a 118-year-old French nun. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
WPTV's First Alert Weather on WPSL is brought to you by Seacoast Air Conditioning. Family owned and operated on the Treasure Coast since 1982. Online at seacoastair.com. Now with a look at our forecast, here's meteorologist Katya Hall.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the low to mid 70s with breezy winds at the coast and a few isolated showers pushing in from off the Atlantic. This afternoon, highs in the low to mid 80s, breezy and mainly dry. A copy and paste forecast tomorrow, but the winds coming down just a touch. Highs in the low to mid 80s and only some chance of an isolated shower. Wednesday, highs in the low to mid 80s, some afternoon inland showers and storms possible with breezy winds. Thursday, a front tries to move in but stalls out across the area. Scattered afternoon showers and storms with highs in the low 80s. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall for WPSL 1590, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
Hi, this is Michael Burley of P Capital Management. In retirement, you want your team on the same page. Your estate planning, your taxes, and your financial advisor. I just want to let you know we're a complete one-stop shop. We take care of taxes for our existing clients and have estate planning services available to our clients. Call me, Michael Burley, at 772-334-9592. That's 772-334-9592. We're proud to be a one-stop shop. So call us today.
Are you looking for your dream home? I am Eileen Simons, a licensed realtor with eXP Realty. My team and I can help you find your dream home on the Treasure Coast and beyond. I bring 20 plus years experience with the residential real estate market, helping both buyers and sellers achieve their dreams. Call or text me at 772-200-5105 or visit our website at mydreamhomeusa.com.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
Opinions expressed are those of Oh Gosh by Gosh, and any reproduction of those is yet. And now here's Eileen Simons from My Dream Home Radio Show. Good morning.
Good morning. How many hours have you already worked?
Yeah, it seems like 100. I don't know. I don't know. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning, everybody. I got to tell you, we really miss Cliff when he's not here.
Yeah, we do.
In the swap shop, because it takes a cast of thousands to do his job.
Yeah, and then somebody trying to figure out my writing, which is next to impossible.
Actually, I can read yours. I can't read his.
Oh, brother. So how's busyness?
Busyness is busy. Yes, it certainly is. And this is a call-in show. So if you have any real estate questions you want to talk about, you can reach us here in the studio at 772-340-1590. I'm Eileen Simons with eXP Realty, and eXP Realty doesn't have an opinion about this show either.
Oh gosh, my gosh. Oh. Oh my.
So before we get started into things, I just want to give you a quick update on some statistics, and then we'll dig a little deeper into them later on. One of the MLS systems that I belong to is, I believe, the second largest in the whole state of Florida.
Oh,
But these stats actually come from Florida Realtor Association. So that means
that's
they,
not the same.
no.
Oh,
So that means we are only a part of Florida Realtor Association.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
But these stats, I believe, come from Florida Realtor Association. So they are stats from more than just our MLS service. And quickly, I have 4 counties that are up here, and they're talking about the median home price. It takes them a few weeks to get these stats
Ooh.
together. So these are March 2022 stats. Median home prices for single family homes in St. Lucie County in March was $370,000.
Wow. Median.
Median.
Oh my goodness.
Martin
Wow.
County median single family home prices in March, $555,000.
Yep.
This is the interesting one. Palm Beach County median single family home prices in March, $541,000.
Wait a minute. Less than Martin County?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
that's what it says.
Whoa.
Broward County
800.
median single family home prices in March 2022, $545,000.
Whoa. That's shocking. Yeah.
Well, Martin County is becoming it's not unknown anymore.
Oh yeah. No, there's no doubt about
For
that.
many years, we have been getting a lot of people coming from south into Martin County
That's right.
because it's very appealing. Taxes are lower here in Martin County and traffic is less. I don't know how long that's going to last, but those are two. And housing prices had been less. Those were a lot of the determining factors for people who were coming from south of us into Martin County.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Interesting. Well,
Yes.
It's higher than Broward too.
Yeah.
Wow.
and keep in mind, the prices in the real estate market are always in flex. They are always moving. They are always changing. Those prices are determined strictly by the amount of money that buyers are willing to pay for property.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's interesting. We got a little flyer from a local realtor in St. Lucie West, and they showed just our little neck of the woods in Country Club Estates, and it's amazing what some of these homes are selling for,
Mhm.
especially the larger ones.
mhm.
It's like wow, and and most of our homes were built early 90s.
Mhm.
So, it's like, wow, interesting.
Well, what I can tell you is that I have had several buyers recently say, we think we're going to wait to buy because we think that the values are going to crash in the next year.
Good luck.
Yeah. And my answer to them is, we have so many people that want to come to Florida, that still want to come to Florida, that are selling or have sold their homes in other places. And Florida is so appealing for many reasons. And right now we have an unlimited supply of buyers, basically. So I don't see, our prices are leveling off a little bit and homes are staying on the market a little longer. I've seen that over the past month now and currently, but our prices are not going down anytime soon. I
Well-
said it's going to take a whole it's going to take a whole collapse of the national economy again for our prices to go down.
And, you know, I doubt very seriously that that could happen unless, of course, this war gets, you know, really crazy. But, you know, you just think, you know, looking at the numbers, sheer numbers of like when we bought our house, which is, we're uncharacteristic because I mean, we've been in our house for 26 years now.
Well, you
And-
know, when I got into the business, that was a long time ago, and the average for people to stay in their homes then was between 5 and 7 years.
Wow.
Well, now
Okay.
now it's over 10 years.
Okay.
So people are staying longer.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Well, but still, say we were to sell and probably get twice what we paid for it,
Mhm.
but where do you go?
Well, we've had that conversation.
And
Yeah.
and you know, we watched a story on Channel 5 over the weekend, and you know, a person that's been paying $2,100 rent in West Palm, all of a sudden it went up to 3,200.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
we're talking a real simple 2-bedroom.
Yes.
And you know, it was like, wow, this is unbelievable.
Yes.
So you're renting for 36,000 a year.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
But in many cases, that's still less than they have to pay for buying nowadays. I brought a lot of information with me today about that. We might as well go right into it. Some of this stuff is on my computer today, so listen to these statistics. And this is from the Realtor magazine. Mortgage rates rise for the 7th straight week. This was published on April 22nd.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that in mind, what this article says is that the 30-year fixed rate mortgages are averaging 5.11%
Woo.
as of the 22nd of April.
Up from 2 something a couple of years ago.
But I've even read that some of them are over 6%. So that's why this average is 5.11%. That's this week, the average. And it compares 30-year fixed rate mortgages averaged 5.11% with an average of 8 points, rising from last week's 5 points. Last year at this time, 30-year rates averaged 2.97%.
Yeah. Well, and CNBC is reporting that there's going to be another raise of interest rates.
Yes.
And that the Fed's going to do that in the meeting this month. So that means it's going to go up again.
Yeah. The 15-year fixed rate mortgages, they averaged 4.38% this week. And the 15 rate average last year this time was only 2.29.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. While I was doing my research this week, I read an article that said, and this really hits home in this area of Florida, I think, because we have so many people who aren't at fixed incomes and so many people who are on old fixed incomes that don't increase with the economy. What this article said that is this year in March compared to last year in March, people are paying $500 a month more for the same things this year that they paid for last year.
Oof.
$500 a month.
Well,
that's a huge amount of money to a lot of people.
Yeah. And I get that. I mean, our simple shopping trips, which were last year or 2 years ago, and we're public shoppers, and was maybe 120 a month, 120 a week or something like that for the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
a lot of produce, maybe a couple meats and stuff like that. Well, that's now approaching 200
Absolutely.
for the same stuff.
Yes.
I mean, it's like we're not getting steak every night,
Yes.
It's like, whoa. It's staggering.
Yes, it is.
And
And that combined with the fact that the interest rates are going up, that takes a lot of the ordinary American person that wants their own home, that takes them out of the market because they can't do both.
right.
Either they have to have a mortgage where they're paying a higher interest rate, or they have to take that $500 a month and put it toward the same things that they were buying last year for $500 less.
But wouldn't it stand to reason? I mean, if you're going to rent, thinking back several years when that happened, it's first and last and a security deposit, right?
Yeah, which is a lot of money.
Which could be
That could be
$10,000.
half of your down payment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you are in those certain income levels, there are down payment assistance programs, local down payment assistance programs, or state programs that can help you with your closing costs.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is just finding something affordable that you can qualify for.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Crazy
So.
stats.
Yes.
It's scary. It really
I
is.
thought that was very interesting.
Yeah. And if inflation keeps going up, and if you look at the predictors of that, it looks like it's going to.
Well, I don't see them doing anything to stop it.
No.
There was another article that I read that said that I just lost the word. The big mortgages,
Jumbos?
jumbo mortgages, those are over and above what the Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae amounts are. Those are up to their highest level in over 16 years.
Wow. I believe that. Oh, well, I guess that mansion on the beach is out of the question. Always was. Why should it change
Well, you
now?
can go to the beach without having a mansion.
That's right. Got that right.
Yes. So, here we go. I don't want to be all doom and gloom today, but I think it's important to get the information out there so that people realize they're not the only ones in the boat, but maybe something will happen to help. I just keep crossing my fingers and hoping. Single family rents continue breaking records.
Oh, yeah.
This is single family rentals remain a hot commodity. Rent prices continued their double-digit climb in February and in March, rising well over 13% month over month.
Yeah. Well, it's that story of yours right there has pushed the Ukraine war to the back page on the nightly news shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see this. February 2022, single family year over year rent change in Miami and Miami Beach areas, 39.5% increase.
Gosh.
Orlando Kissimmee areas, over 22% increase.
Wow.
Let's see. And I'm looking for other Florida ones in here.
Tampa, I would imagine, would be a hot market too.
Yeah, they don't have Tampa on here for some reason. Well, let's do, and by the way, Miami was the highest on this list.
That was
Yeah.
the highest increase. And
Well-
then Orlando was the second highest increase. Phoenix Mesa area
There you go.
is
Yep.
the third highest on this list, which is 18.9% increase.
Centuries ago, when I was doing the Dodger pregame show and would cover the Cactus League, the Cubs Stadium in Mesa was about the only thing in Mesa. Wrong. Now you can't tell where Phoenix ends and those other towns begin.
Yes.
It is one solid house.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say that about the Dallas Fort Worth area all the time
Oh,
too.
yeah. There's another one.
When I was a kid and we were traveling for competitions, we would go to Fort Worth
Which was nowhere.
like every third year. It was out in the middle of
It was
nowhere. And if you
nowhere.
wanted to go to the big city, Dallas, that was quite a drive to get there. Well, there's no difference. One of these days they'll be combining the city names, I'm sure, because there's just, it's all,
It's mind-boggling.
Yes.
It's solid development.
yes.
Wow. Yeah, but 39% increase. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that was last month's stat. So
Yeah,
it's even
well-
more now.
Yeah. Insane. It's crazy. Well, now, so what happens if you are renting month to month? How does that work?
Well, I guess technically month-to-month renters, they don't usually have a lease. So that landlord, I had to go and do some research and find some county programs for someone. Actually, it was a friend of theirs that came to me a couple of weeks ago because their rent, this is a single mother with raising kids by herself, already working 2 jobs in Port St. Lucie, and the landlord raised her rent over 30%.
Oh gosh.
And so she's already working 2 jobs to afford everything. So I had to go and do some research and see if there were any county programs that she could make applications to.
I hope there are.
I mean, if it's happening in one household, it's happening in many households. And not just in this area, all over the place. That's one of the reasons why we had that article last week about so many multi-generational homes again. The grandparents
Sure.
or the great grandparents are moving in with the younger family now because they can't afford to live on their own. And the kids who are going to college now, but not on campus because they're still not doing in-person classes in a lot of cases, those kids moved back home also. So now you have 3 or 4 generations in the same house.
Wow. It's amazing.
Yep. Which is what I'm told the way it's been for a long time in Europe.
Well,
That
yeah,
there
the
are
Euro-
multi-generational
you bet.
homes
Sure.
in Europe.
Oh yeah. Italy is
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I've heard. Yes.
sure. Oh yeah. Yeah. You live with grandma and grandpa.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, and when I was a kid, my grandparents lived with us. That was only temporarily because their house burned, but they lived with us about 2 years before they could move back into their house. So
Wow. So
it
as a
certainly
kid,
does
was that
create it.
fun?
Well, I think it gave me a broader perspective because we used to go to grandma's house every Sunday for Sunday dinner. The whole family was there. Well, of course, grandma was in charge then. And, she pretty much prepared the meal and she had this big, huge dining room and everybody gathered and everybody spent the afternoon there. And it was her house. It was her domain. But I think I saw my grandparents age a lot when they had that fire and moved in with us, because then it seemed like their personalities just were almost wiped away.
Well, they lost everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
but
get that.
Yes, but then the interesting thing was when they were able to move back into their house, they weren't as healthy as they had been before, but the happy parts of their personalities returned because now
Wow.
they were back in their own home, and they, were taking care of things again, and they were making the decisions of the household.
Okay.
And so
Interesting. Wow.
yeah, and I've heard and seen many times that there can only be one woman in the kitchen at a time.
Okay.
I've heard that many times.
Oh, that too is European.
Yeah, only one woman in the kitchen at a time. My mom would make the things that she liked to make. My grandma would make things that she liked to make. Sometimes it was for the same meal, sometimes it was for different meals. But over the years, in fact, I just had somebody say that to me not too long ago. Yeah, there can only be one woman in the kitchen.
That's funny.
And yet, when you see some of these cooking shows on TV and you see families that are spending the holiday together,
Oh yeah.
it's like everybody's in the kitchen cooking at the same time. Well, of course, our kitchens were never big enough to do that. So maybe that was part of the issue. But yeah, I've heard that several different places.
Well, Carol and I both cook together. Little different situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
There's
love
still only
cooking.
one woman in the kitchen, though, isn't there?
That's so true. I can get the other one out. Oh,
Ah.
no. I'm terrible.
Yes, you are.
I'm terrible.
Yes, you are.
Oh my.
This is an interesting article. We've talked over the weeks about so many investors coming in and buying up houses
Yep.
and buying them. And I believe that that's a big part of the increase in the prices, or the quick increase in the prices, is because those companies were willing to pay over asking price to get what they wanted. And of course, every time you do that, it pushes the market up more.
Sure. The floor just keeps going up.
Right. So this is a really interesting article. This article was from the National Association of Realtors. Just about a week and a half ago, I read this. Homeowner groups try to block investor buying sprees. So it says homeowner associations across the country are rewriting rules to try to prevent investors from purchasing housing in their neighborhoods. And this was an article from the Wall Street Journal. Some homeowner association groups are concerned that an uptick in homes purchased by investors could lead to a decline in property maintenance and make their neighborhoods less desirable. They also argue that investors are preventing more families from being able to buy houses.
Yeah.
So if anybody
I
wants a
was
copy
wondering
of this
when the
article,
HOAs would start jumping on this. I
well,
got to
in
call
Florida, I mean, HOAs have been around here for such a long time. HOAs are much more prevalent here than in other states that I know about.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
other states that I know about, those properties, most of those property communities, until I'm going to say maybe 10 or 15 years ago, almost all the property was just meets and bounds. There were no HOAs.
Where Carol's mom used to live in St. Lucie West, it was right behind Publix, the original location of Publix in St. Lucie West. And they did not permit any rentals. The HOA did not permit any rentals in that area,
Mm-hmm.
which I would think would prohibit those big companies from coming in as well if they couldn't rent them.
Well, but some of those companies don't buy to rent; they buy to flip.
To flip.
Mhm.
Well, I talked to that company that we talked about in San Francisco, just Thursday or Friday. They were offering well over 300 for our little house. That's absurd. Totally absurd.
What did I just say? Average
I
median,
know,
average
I
median
know
single
it.
family home price in St. Lucie County is now $370,000.
But that's for a house much larger. than
Not,
ours.
that's the average.
Ooh. God. It's nuts.
Yes. You virtually can't, and I think you have a 2-bedroom, right?
Yeah. Two
Okay.
bedroom and a den.
Yep. You can't find that. You can't find that under $300,000
Oh.
anymore.
How does the average worker afford that?
Well, that's the problem. And I went and showed, granted, it is very nice, not updated from when it was built, but it probably was built about 10 years ago. So it had a nice open kitchen, granite countertops, tile floors, those kinds of things, in a very nice 55 and over community in Palm City.
Okay.
Not part of Mountain Downs. And the offers have to be in by today on that villa. And I know that it's going to sell well over asking price. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it doesn't sell for $50,000 over asking price.
Oh my God.
Yep, which puts it in the 400 range. And that's a 2-bedroom and a den.
For a villa.
Mhm.
Good grief. Wow. But a desirable area of Martin County.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah. Are you paying for the hood? I mean, is you just paying for the neighborhood? I don't know.
Oh, well, location.
That's your favorite line. Yeah. Yeah.
I had an open house yesterday. We have a beautiful home on the market in the Florida Club that you walk in the front door and you can see all the way through the house
Ooh.
to the pool and the lake.
Oh, wow.
We had, I'm going to estimate, because on our sign-in sheet, we had over 20 sign-ins. So I'm going
Wow.
to estimate we had between 35 and 45 people there. They walked in the front door. They didn't look at anything else. They went straight
Just
for
the
that
view.
lanai. Yep.
Yeah. I can see that.
You can't, I mean, you can't, it's gorgeous and it's unique. And if you want a view like that, there's only so many houses in the neighborhood that have it.
Wow. Yeah. And there again, you talk about a great neighborhood. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's a popular neighborhood because it is easy access to the expressway. It's not like living near Federal Highway, which takes you a half an hour to get to the expressway, whichever way you're going.
Sure.
I mean, you're 2 minutes away from 95.
Now for Florida Club, the closest stores would be where? Cove Road and Canner? Like food stores and
Well, actually, it
pharmacies?
starts a little bit before that. Restaurants you can get right at 95.
Yeah.
Then you have to go one more traffic light, which would be Cove Road for drugstore. And then you go one more traffic light, which is Salerno Road for the strip
Publix.
mall where the Publix is.
Yeah. Okay.
But the plan is it's already, they're going to build a Publix at the next light west.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Down by where South Fork is, high school. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can see that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know how big that strip plans to be, but yeah, that's already in the works. Well, and it'll happen sooner rather than later, probably, because now that part of Canner, the construction is completed.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what they were waiting for.
Sure. Wow. And if a Publix is going in, that the development is right behind.
Well, I've said this several times. Everything on Canner Highway, everything on Canner Highway out to Indian Town is for sale. And then if you come back the other way, if you come back Citrus to come east, everything on that thoroughfare almost is for sale also.
Sure. And of course, you have that whole new community being built on
Yes.
Citrus.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing.
So we're growing. Martin County is growing. Somebody said something the other day about, gee, we wish it wouldn't grow so fast. Well, Martin County tried to hold down growth for, I'm going to guess, maybe 10 years pretty successfully. But now once it
Much
started,
longer than that, believe me. Yeah.
well, I think really working on it for that time period. But now that it has started, it's just booming.
Sure. And, with the growth of Indiantown and the potential real development out there. Yeah, you bet.
And I don't know if they're still going to do that, but I think they are. I think they are moving the Martin County Fairground out to Indiantown.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that got delayed because of COVID, but I
Yeah.
think that's still the plan.
I think next year is when this year they're at the airport again, but yeah.
We're
Yep.
growing.
Yeah, we're growing. Like it or not, we're growing.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. So the open house went well.
Oh, the open house went very well. Yes. Hopefully we'll be getting some offers in between today and tomorrow on that home. And then we are going to, later this week, I'll have one across the street from it that's going on the market.
Wow.
Yes.
So from soup to nuts, somebody goes through the house yesterday, make an offer. When can they move in?
Well, that depends because that's all part of the negotiation process with the contract. What I will tell you is generally you can have a closing within 30 days of your offer being accepted. Pretty typically what happens, the first thing that has to happen when an offer gets accepted is 99.9% of the buyers, and rightfully so, because I recommend to my buyers that they have a home inspection.
Oh, yeah.
So the first thing that
Sure.
happens is there's a home inspection contingency on the contract. So they have to have their home inspection and remove that contingency first. That generally takes a week to 10 days.
Okay.
Okay, so once that inspection contingency is removed, if it's a cash sale, then you can go directly to the title company for them to start the closing processes. If it's a mortgage, once you're through your home inspection contingency, then you have your mortgage contingency to deal with at the same time, but the inspection contingency is going to end sooner. So generally you have a 30-day mortgage or maybe a 21-day mortgage contingency that you have to get through, which involves all of and what a lot of buyers don't understand is even if you had to give the mortgage company, give your lender all of your paperwork when you made your pre-approval application, you have to give them that paperwork again if it's more than 30 days.
Oh, no.
And then,
oh, no.
then they have to review that paperwork again right before closing.
Boy, it's been so long for us. I didn't even remember what that process was.
Well, thanks to the crash,
Yeah.
that's what has happened with our mortgage industry. There are a lot more regulations. They have to follow them. So don't be upset with your lender when they come back to you and say, we need this and this and this again. And we need this and this and this again. And part of the reason that they need it at the very end, and they also check your credit again at the very end before closing, is to make sure that you haven't made any large purchases. So don't think just because you have a contract on a house that you can go out and put all of your furniture on your credit card.
Yep.
Because they're going to check that right before closing. And that will affect your ability to can affect your ability to qualify for that mortgage.
Wow. Yeah. No buying furniture, no buying cars.
Nope.
Yep. Yep. I get it. Yeah. Next thing you know, you'll be shopping at dollar store.
which, by the way, I was going to bring up today when we were talking about inflation.
I saw that story too.
A dollar store is not a dollar anymore. It's
No.
a dollar and a quarter. That's 25% increase.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I mean, there are some people that shop at the dollar store because that's where they can afford to shop.
Yeah.
And again, now they have to pay 25% more for what they buy there than they did 2 months ago, even.
Sure. Yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So, should we talk about some houses?
Yes. Let's have some good news here.
Okay. So
Oh.
these are some of the things on the market. Whoops. What did I do here? Sorry, everybody. I'm using my computer for this today, and my fingers are pretty big for these keys. So,
Hey, I've been there, done that.
so I get moved to places that aren't very helpful. Let's see.
You're not on the gamer side or anything of the computer, are you?
No, this is the well, of course I'm I've never played, other than solitaire, I've never played a game on my computer.
Yeah.
First
You
of all,
are one of the few.
First of all, I don't have time.
Yeah.
Second of all, I have to learn so much new stuff for the real estate industry on an ongoing basis that I don't have the time to start from the beginning with games, and yeah, my kids just laugh at me. So here is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in Port St. Lucie, 1,140 living square feet. So we know that means under air here. And this is on the market for $350,000.
Ooh.
Yeah. See how we talked about that
That's
average
the
before?
big company offered me the other day.
Let's see. This one is in Stewart. This is in Lexington Lakes. So 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, $325,000. Sounds like a deal in Martin County.
Yeah, it
doesn't
does. Yeah.
Let's see. Where is this one? This one is in Port St. Lucie. This is in South Port St. Lucie.
Mm-hmm.
This must be a condo. 2 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, $259,900.
Wow.
2 bedrooms, 1.5 baths.
South
Port St. Lucie.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, this one is this one. Let's do this. This is a condo in West Palm Beach. It's a Norwich condo, and it is a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, $95,000.
Wow.
Yep.
For a 1-bedroom.
Mhm.
Gosh.
This is Port St. Lucie. This is non-HOA home in Port St. Lucie, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, almost 1,300 square feet under air, $369,900. That means $369,900.
Not in an HOA area.
No, remember that average I told you before?
Yeah.
370.
Wow. Boy, I
I don't know
remember.
why I'm having trouble with this cursor, but it's making me crazy.
I remember when they were $100,000 and lots were $2 and $3 and $5,000.
Yep, not anymore.
Not anymore.
The least expensive lot I have seen any place lately was set $69,900.
God. Oh,
Yeah.
you used to be able to buy those in South Bend for that.
Port St. Oh, this is property. Somebody is, oh, this is huge. This is a huge house in Port St. Lucie in an HOA, 6 bedrooms,
Woo. Yikes.
4 full baths, 2 half baths. Living
Wow.
square feet is over 4,800 square feet, over 4,800 square feet.
Wow.
Yes. And the price is a little over $2 million.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I want that house. 2 million
Yep.
in Port St. Lucie.
In Port St.
I
Lucie.
bet it's PGA. It's got to be PGA Village. Got to be.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Well,
And then this one is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, again in Port St. Lucie. And they don't list the HOA, but I'm sure it is an HOA. And they want 315,000 for this one. It's 1,356 square feet. Another one in Port St. Lucie. This one is 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, over 1,800 square feet. And this is at Lakes at St. Lucie. And this is
Okay.
339,000. Sounds like
Ooh.
a bargain, doesn't it?
that would be St. Lucie West, the lakes.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be a Devasta home then. Ooh. Yeah.
Tequesta. Well, this is in the Little Club in Tequesta,
I don't know that.
Little Club condos.
Oh, okay.
So there are fees here, but it has a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. Anyway, it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom condo, 816 living square feet, $169,000 in Tequesta.
So there's got to be an HOA there.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
With fees. Here is, this is a tradition house in Port St. Lucie. It is 2 bedrooms. Are you ready for this? 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Almost 1,800 square feet, living square feet. So that's very generous for 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And they want $520,000 for it.
Woohoo.
And then I thought I had one more.
In the hot new market of tradition.
Here's one in Fort Pierce. This is a condominium in Fort Pierce. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, beech tree, 788 living square feet, and it's on the market for $280,000.
Wow. 1 bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Vero. This is in Lucille Terrace. This is a little over 1,700 living square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, on the market for $359,900 in Vero.
Wow.
You want to go to Singer Island?
Oh, sure. Why not?
You can buy a 2-2 on Singer Island for $1,350,000.
And change.
Just says $1,350,000.
Piece
Even.
of cake. Piece of cake.
Even. Here we go. I do have another property in the Florida Club that is coming on the market this week. Papers are already signed, so I can talk about it. The Florida Club has a variety of home sizes. We have attached villas that are 2 bedrooms and an open den. It's a nice open floor plan, sort of. 2 bedrooms and an open and a den, 2 bathrooms, 2-car attached garage. And some of them are on the golf course. Some of them are on a lake. Some of them have both a lake and golf course views. This is one of those going on the market this week for 425,000.
Wow. Does it have like a lake view?
It has both.
It has both.
Yes, we have
Ooh.
both.
So, and that's going on this week.
Yes.
Wow.
Sebastian. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home in Sebastian for, oh, where'd my price go? Hang on. I just lost it. I'll have to come back to it. I lost it. Sorry.
Sebastian's supposedly the new.
Yeah,
Port St.
somebody
Lucie.
told me that. Was that you that told me that last week? Somebody said that
Yeah.
Sebastian's
that's
going
what
to
they're
be the
saying.
new Port St. Lucie.
That's what they're saying.
Oh, it's gotta be here. I lost it.
That's okay.
I lost it. Oh, no. Here, we're still getting there. This list is getting longer. That means there are more properties on the market and more properties staying on the market for longer periods of time. We're still getting multiple offers on a lot of properties, but it's taking longer to get those multiple offers. So what you'll see a lot of times in the description is you'll see that offers are due by a certain day in the future after the house goes on the market. And then the owner will review those offers after that day. Sometimes a week out.
Yeah, I noticed in this brochure we got, it said days on the market.
Yes.
For like some of the houses in our little neighborhood, and it was like 3, 5.
Yep.
You know, it's like, oh my goodness.
And what that means is that's how many days it took for them to get their accepted offer.
Wow.
But that time is lengthening out a little bit. Sometimes it's as much as a couple of weeks now.
Well, that was almost too good to be true, though. I mean, it really was. It was ridiculous. Wow.
Yes, but what happens is it sets up artificial expectations for sellers because they hear about all this stuff. They see, because so it's everything is on the internet now. So when you're checking your neighborhood, whether you have an auto search that comes out from me, or whether you just go on to some national website and look, you see where houses go on the market one day as active and then go into pending the next day, because our information in the MLS systems, we are required to update that information within 48 hours.
Wow.
We can't leave it out there active for as long as we want to. As soon as we have an accepted offer, we have to change the status within 48 hours of that. So, and you'll see that feed go out to all of the other websites also.
Sure, sure.
So here's the Sebastian properties. There is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in Sebastian Highlands. And this one is on the market for $329,000. It's almost 1,900 square feet. And then there is a condo in Sebastian, which is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Almost a little over 1,800 square feet. That's on the market for $175,000.
Get a condo right there on the river, right by the restaurants up there. Yeah, that could work.
So if you want to be any place, I mean, if your location on the Treasure Coast is flexible or close to the Treasure Coast, you can still find a lot of different price ranges.
Yep.
You have to be flexible in what you're looking for.
Sure. That's the way it is.
Yes.
Wow.
Absolutely.
And I think, keep in mind, as you have stressed for years now, fair housing. Those fair housing rules are there for a reason.
Yeah, what I wanted to talk about fair housing today. Fair housing, basically, that's the part of the law that prevents any kind of eliminating groups of people. But another thing that the government is starting to get involved in is commissions. They have the misconception that commissions are set. And I am here to tell you, and every other realtor is here to tell you, that commissions are always negotiable. Always, always, always negotiable. So when you are sitting down with your chosen realtor, you can negotiate your commission, whether you've got a buyer broker contract or a seller's contract.
Interesting. Wow. So how do we get in touch with you?
772-200-5105. You can reach myself and my team that way. You can also go email us at mydreamhometeam@yahoo.com.
All right. Hey, you have a good week.
Thanks.
See you-
Everybody have a good week too.
See you next week. You've been listening to My Dream Home Radio right here on WPSL Port St. Lucie, Talk of the Treasure Coast, webcaster to the world, and WSTU Stewart, Martin County's heritage station since 1954.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. Key case being argued today before the U.S. Supreme Court. It began on a football field and could have impact on schools all over the country.
Joseph Kennedy was told in 2015 by school officials in Bremerton, Washington, that he had to stop his on-field prayers